Yo, what's up guys? Solid Raptor Colin here. This is Road to Becoming UFC Champion by 21 episode 30. So in this video we got one major huge news and one major update coming in the next like 2-3 weeks. And then I also have some questions I want to answer from you guys because on my last few videos you guys have been leaving questions. I just like heart your message just so you guys know I see it, but like I don't respond to them until like these types of videos. So, you know, I kind of save them for these videos. But let's start off with the update, which is finally happening in like 2-3 weeks. I don't really know when. I'm finally gonna start sparring, and even better for like the cherry on top. There's also a person that I know, who I'm gonna spar. My dad found me someone, and I've seen him like spar on like some footage. So yeah, that'll probably be in the next 2-3 weeks. The main reason it's gonna be in 2-3 weeks is because number one, I just came out of Ramadan, so I'm still getting back into like shape for like my conditioning and all that. Which I was still training during Ramadan. It's just that I wasn't doing like the high intensity conditioning work that I usually do. So I'm just doing that again, getting my body used to that. And then also my dad got sick, so he needs to get like a week to get back to normal, so then he can start training me again. So yeah, he's gonna be out for a little bit, but he's just got better, so yeah, he's gonna work his way back. So get that done, and then yeah, in like 2-3 weeks I'll go and spar. So yeah, maybe realistically maybe like 2, maybe 3, I'd say, but we'll see. The next thing is that's pretty much it. Actually, no, there's no next thing, but yeah, let's answer some of your guys' questions because you guys give a lot of questions, some useful feedback. Let me take a sip of my tea real quick. This is just a thing called chai. You guys can't even see it. I don't want to spill, but it's just like a tea called chai. It just has like water, black tea, milk, and stuff in it. Tastes pretty good. I drink it like every day. But let's see. What video should I go to the comments? Because you guys leave a lot of useful information, and you guys also say a lot of nice things. Oh, and we hit 400 subscribers, which is a huge milestone, you could say. So yo, appreciate everyone who's been coming through to these videos, been leaving all the support and all that, because the support has been pretty crazy these past few weeks. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming through like that. That's a huge milestone, and eventually it's going to get a lot bigger, this community we have. Which is like, alright, so the first guy said, hold on. Alright, yeah, the first guy said, what gym do I plan to fight out of? So like kind of like the gym you go to, and they'd be like, how you fighting out of wherever. I don't really know yet. It's gonna be a little bit until I figure that out, because for right now my dad's my coach, my manager, my trainer, which he's always gonna be. Obviously I will get like a team and a gym in the future. I don't know when. Probably after like my first few amateur fights, and then once I get to my pro MMA, so probably like 19, maybe like late 18, I'll join like a proper team and get a proper, a bunch of coaches. But you also have to pay your coaches. You also have to, make sure there's people don't understand there's a lot to fighting other than just going there and fighting. You gotta manage your pay. You gotta pay everyone an equal amount. You have a lot of paperwork to do. It's not just going straight and fighting. So yeah, there's a lot, but I don't know what gym I'm gonna fight out yet. I'll figure it out eventually in the future. I'm sure some people are gonna reach out to me once I make like my pro debut or something like that. So yeah. Something I said, where's your dad at, man? You talk a lot about him, but we haven't seen him in any videos. Yes, guys, I know I talk a lot about my dad. I'm gonna get him in a video, I promise, within maybe even tomorrow, because actually I have a very big video coming in the next maybe 2 days. So by like Monday I'll probably have it out, because I have to film it tomorrow, and then it's gonna take me tomorrow night to edit. So it's gonna take me a little while to edit it. It's gonna be a long video. So I'll probably post it like Monday around noon or afternoonish, my time, Eastern. And I'll probably get my dad in that video, like a little clip of him. I'll put a picture up right here of my dad, if I can find a good picture of him. But yeah, this is a picture of my dad, if it's here, if I find a good picture. But yeah, I promise guys, a video is coming with him. I'll probably do also another separate video just completely with him, where it'll just be like me and him sparring, and at the end we do a little bit of talking to you guys. So yeah, I promise he's coming in a video. Um, some guy said, no, not that common. So this guy said, this is actually an interesting question because I get it answered a pretty lot. Some guy said, why would you want to be a fighter? This sport is really brutal. You can get your head knocked off and lose your brain. You can lose your memory permanently. Go work a 9 to 5 and be a normal kid and live your life normally instead of wasting your youth on something that might not even happen. Guys, what you guys fail to understand, this is what a lot of people fail to understand, is that people really think, first of all, the reason I want to fight is because I'm born and I'm made to do this. This is just something I love. I'm just like, no one is forcing me to do this. It's purely my choice, and I'm like, this sport is like comfortable for me. Think about, when you're doing something you like, whether that's playing a video game or watching a movie or reading your favorite book, whatever it may be, eating your favorite food. It's comfortable to you, isn't it? You enjoy it. This is pretty much, it's the same thing for me. Training, training hard, the hardness of it, the injuries you get from it, it's all like, it's comfortable for me. I enjoy it. The tiredness and all that, it's just something that I like. My dad says the same exact thing. So it's something that we're born with. It's something that we like. Not everyone's born with it. In this guy's case, he's not born with it, clearly. So, it all just depends on the way you are. And there's no, no problem with it. If you don't have it, that's completely fine. It's just, you just don't have that drive, and you're always going to think that us fighters are kind of crazy, you could say. And then the other question was, or not the other question, but a follow-up on this question, it was, why are you wasting my youth, guys? This is also another thing that people are failing to understand, and I get this question a bunch. It's people saying, I'm wasting my youth, and I don't live like a normal kid's life. Yeah, you're right, I don't live a normal kid's life. I do a lot of things that no normal kid does. A lot of kids my age, I have a lot of friends who stay out late, like to do not the best things, I'm not going to say who and, what they do, but, just doing things, just doing regular teenager things from the ages of 15 to, 18 or what they do, just ding-dong ditching, sneaking out, doing a bunch of things that you're not supposed to do. I know people like that, which I try not to associate with them, which I really don't. I have one good friend and that's it. And guys, I live a normal, like, I don't live a normal life, but I have a good life. Like, guys, I do things normally. I don't just, like, train, eat, and then sleep, and then I'm being forced to do this. Or no, guys, I do normal things, too. Like, I play video games. I will eat something bad, like, once or twice a week, I have a loving family. I'm chill. Like, I just train, and then once I'm done training, I do what pretty much anyone else would do. Any kid my age. But I just don't do like the other things, like going out always, and I don't find that's not amusing to me. That's not fun to me. Some guy did say, why don't you go do something, go out with people, go live your life. Guys, I'm gonna work hard right now. I'm gonna work hard for these next 4, 5, 6 years, so that the rest of my life I'm going to enjoy. Just to completely enjoy the rest of my life, and that's pretty much the goal. So I'm living a normal life. You guys don't worry. Everything's good. I do everything that I don't hold any regrets of what I'm doing. So yeah. Oh, another thing is people. This guy did also say right here. This is another thing. I really want to do it. I just don't know when. I have everything to do it. It's actually right there. It's that computer. It has everything there. Some guy said start streaming. I want to start streaming. I'm just trying to think what to stream, how to stream. How when I'm gonna do it. So I'm figuring it out, guys. I will stream. A lot of you guys are saying stream because you guys want to talk to me like live, and I'm cool with that 100%. I'm just figuring out where to do it, because right there is my camera. Like, what, actually, matter of fact, let me just take you guys there. Like, look, this is the setup right now. Like, look, I have the camera, I have the computer, I have everything here. So yeah, I will stream. I just don't know when. Okay, but I'm figuring it out. I am figuring it out. This is what this is. But yeah, I'm figuring it out. And I promise I will get to it eventually. So yeah. Maybe next week, maybe. Let me know in this video what you guys think. Alright, we're gonna answer like one more question, because this video is already long as is. And I want to find a good one. This guy said. This is actually, I like this question. Once you win the belt, what is your plan to say on the mic after? When Joe Rogan comes to his fighters who win the belt and they say, how was everything? How does it feel? How did you get to this point? And how hard was it, and did you enjoy the road? Yeah, I don't really understand what I'm gonna say yet. I don't really know like much. I mean, I'm just gonna say, I don't know. Like, just say thanks to God, obviously my father, and that's the only two things that I have that are pushing me to get to that point. It's just God and my father. That's it. That's all I really have in my life. I have family, but the two most important family that I have is, well, I mean, I don't know if I consider God family, but I guess so. I don't know. But the most important part of, like, the most important person in my family is obviously my father, and always will be. So I'll probably just say, obviously thanks to my dad, and obviously thanks to God. Yeah, the journey was hard, and I made it. I guess that's what I'll say. I don't know. We'll figure it out once I get to that point. I'm gonna do one more question because that was kind of a short question. I kind of want to do one more. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I saw this question. I actually really wanted to answer it. This one is, what's your character going to be when you enter the UFC? There's different characters such as Conor McGregor, Sean O'Malley, Ilya Taporia. Are you going to be a cocky fighter, a cocky trash talker, or are you going to be a humble, chill person like Khabib? Um, Obviously, I'm gonna be more of the humble, chill guy like Khabib. I never found talking trash or talking before the fight amusing or funny. I don't like doing it. Before anything, I just don't want to do that. That's not what I do. I get it. The fighters do it to sell the fight, to sell tickets. I get that. That's not my thing, and I'm not gonna do it. Mainly just because, like, bro, just shut up and go in there and fight. Like I said, I know it's because they're doing it to sell, but I'll just let my opponent do that for me. Whoever the opponent is, I'm sure the opponent's gonna be the one who's gonna try to sell the fight, but I'm not gonna do that because that's not my thing. I'm just gonna be the humble guy who's going to talk about myself. I'm gonna talk about myself. If my opponent's chill, yeah, I'll answer his questions, whatever else it is, but mainly. But if the guy's like cocky and trying to talk trash, I'm just gonna talk about myself, chill, not even acknowledge him, just do my own thing. Because why would I care about the other? Why would I care about the other person? That's something my dad taught me, and that's probably always gonna stick with me. But I don't really know what my character will be. I'm trying to think. It will probably just be like something chill. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Something similar, not like Khabib, because I love Khabib. I love his team. I respect those guys. They're awesome. But they're a little too humble and a little too chill. I like it, but they just don't have too much character. You know what I mean? Like, they just are too much of just a good guy. I want to be a little bit more of a. I'm gonna be more talkative, but not pointing that in a bad direction. I'm not gonna be saying anything bad about my opponent or anything like that. Just be more talkative, have more of a character, you could say. But I don't know what the character is 100% gonna be yet. I'm gonna figure it out. I do like to write about what my future would be. How I am, what my personality is. My personality is really just a chill guy. That's really what I am. So it'll probably just be like a chill guy. Maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, my character's most likely just gonna be humble, just a chill. I'm not a trash talker. I'm just gonna respect my opponent, respect everybody, and just go and do my job. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end of this video. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed that new intro. I finally got done making that. It took me like a day, mainly because I just had to find the clips, the editing, and all that. It was I was going through corrupted files and all that, but yeah, I finally got that new intro in. I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, I appreciate all you guys' support lately. It's been great, and thank you guys for everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a blessed day, everybody.